Did you think that your anxiety and maybe depression really Smallville was the reason for that? Because it was so much pressure and so much stress and anxiety to come on that show that kind of pushed it into a different direction from that. Do you blame Smallville for your anxiety? Or did you like honestly, because like I remember I worked, I stressed. And then something was the tipping point. Something was that got me over the edge where I'm like, okay, now I have anxiety that I can't really control as easy as I used to be able to. I'm older now. This has happened. I've got to take a step back. And was it Smallville or was it something, or did you always deal with it?
It's always been part of my personality, but I didn't recognize it for what it was. And so it wasn't Smallville. Actually, I got a lot from Smallville. It pushed me out of myself, right? And I learned to trust myself a little bit more. And then as I went into Saving Hope, I really was thrown into the deep water myself. And then you really start to kind of keep your own counsel and go, it's good enough. And you kind of move on, right? I never really believed that there was something like that would happen to me, that I would actually get to do the acting thing for real, right? I was fully ready to kind of continue on as everybody else I knew went on, and completely fine with it, right? So when it came about, it just surprised me, and then took me a while to get my feet under me, but I loved it so much. I think my anxiety and depression came out after my second kid. And that's where it kind of got triggered.
Is that postpartum?
Yeah. And I've never, I'm managing it much better, but it really, I don't know, body chemistry, what it was. But when I went to have Lachlan, my 5-year-old, we had to do lots of IVF. We did quite a few years of that. And so when you do that, you really play with your hormones a lot. And that can kind of affect all sorts of things. It can affect how you look, how you feel, but it can be forever. Like then your hormones are out of whack for a really long time. And some of them don't really go back, right? So if you think about all that stuff that you're pumping through you, the only thing that I can kind of liken it to, and I don't know if you've ever done this in your life and you don't have to say, but when I try to explain it to a man, I say, have you ever taken extra testosterone to work out? Or have you ever done a little bit of caffeine? Or have you ever,
Sure.
And it gets that kind of rager, and the rager comes out. That's kind of like some of the hormones that I did, only it lasted for like 10, 15 months, right?
Jesus.
So now when I look back on like how busy I was, how tired I had 2 pregnancies while I was working. I was trying IVF for 10 years. So I think it all just kind of went to the point. And then I had my second son, and then Saving Hope was done then. And it was just like everything stopped, right? I'd been working for 15, 16 years and then it stopped and I had nothing else to do. And then I had all these hormones and these emotions, right? And I think that it just kind of